Kentucky back on the field, and then Ray Davis, all day Ray. Man, oh man, is Davis doing it up.
This is Tootin taking it to his left, got a seam. Facial Tootin on the move, got some alleys out there. Beep, touchdown!
Back shoulder throw, he's got it. It's Tez Johnson. Johnson, Colin Johnson, touchdown.
Is their defense. Little hole there to the right side, first down and then some. Jeremiah Love, touchdown Notre Dame.
It's Williams in motion, low snap, Melrose stopped. Michigan makes a stand and comes up with a milestone playoff victory.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Week 0 podcast. I'm your host, Connor. We got Ryan and Lucas below me. My internet sucks so bad that I thought I literally heard none of the intro at all of our intro because of that. But welcome back, guys. How are you guys feeling?
Fantastic. A few more weeks. We got like 4 more weeks.
We got less than a month. We got less than a month till Week 0.
Because BT plays August 30th, 31st in Nashville.
And Week 0 kicks off August 24th. So,
yep, of course, and of course, also we all three of us have been busy taking our respective teams and some lesser known, less successful teams to national championships in NCAA 25. Who have you guys taken to the Natty so far?
I'm taking South Alabama, the best team in the state of Alabama. I made ourselves create a rivalry with Alabama, Auburn, UAB, and
you put them all on the schedule.
Yeah. We didn't put them all in the same conference. I just made it so where it was a rivalry.
You your schedule to face them in your eighth year.
So we did like home and homes. But it said for Alabama and Auburn, we had to play them on the road until we actually gained enough respect to do that. And
I just realized I probably should have done it because
somebody want to pull up Hayes. Who did Oregon just get?
Who did Oregon just get? I got it.
Oh, Oregon got somebody as we're doing the show.
Yeah, just now. Dan Lanning just posted a duck.
Breaking 4-star running back Chadarian Ball, class of 2026, is committed to Oregon. The 5'11", 185 running back from Texarkana, Texas, chose the Ducks over Texas, LSU, and USC.
You know who's from Texarkana, Texas?
Who?
LaMichael James.
Ooh. So we got Michael James 2.0.
LaMichael James is from Texarkana. Let's go, dude.
But Lucas, who did you build up?
I haven't really been playing with too many other teams. I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Team. I've been missing it in college football a lot. But I've been playing with. I always do like a long time dynasty with Oregon every year. Of course, gotta. And then I'm probably going to do my UTSA one on the channel at some point. Ryan knows all about why I'm choosing UTSA.
Fucking 68 overall running back. You can't be stopped.
It's like Brandon Hall for Heisman. He's the fucking best.
That's funny.
And then I created the Joe Rogan Experience Academy.
Right. Yeah, you did that.
The Joe Rogan Experience Academy, the extraterrestrials, purple and green are the colors. The uniforms are pretty freaking sick. They turned out awesome in game. I've been playing Connected Dynasty racing. And my daughter's hitting me with
all right, Connor, let's get into it.
So, sorry, I'm starting. Ryan, can you hold off with the dynasty that I just joined since we're doing this show, so I can like set up and do all that. So I just joined his online dynasty. So I just decided that.
You guys better be playing on
It's
Heisman.
tense.
We are. I got it set to Heisman.
I'm gonna
It's set to
fucking
Heisman. The one thing I will say
I'm
that
gonna-
you'll definitely want to change is the minimum player speed threshold. You're gonna want to change that for sure because speed won't matter if you don't.
Okay.
I
All right.
will-
Let's talk about the
Main
conference
Heisman difficulty, I'm gonna suck. So we are doing the SEC. This
where it just means
this,
more, Connor. It just means more.
You know what's funny? I've been seeing a bunch of it means more. I've been seeing more means less, like Twitter. More means less ATC, and more means less like Big Ten Twitter accounts, and they're just posting stuff from ACC and Big Ten football, and I'm like, that's funny there to kind of take it into the SEC a little bit. But as you can see, we have all 16 teams now, obviously with Oklahoma and Texas. I also have the SEC schedules here. So do you want to do? How do you want to do this? You want to do an just alphabetical order? Just do Alabama and down.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Start
We'll just do an alphabetical order.
Let's just start with Bama.
Okay, we'll just do it. Bama. Actually, let me before I pull them up. Let me pull up their schedule. I can show that for you. Alabama. As my Wi-Fi is absolutely terrible.
Connor,
It
I
takes
got it.
forever
I
to
got
load.
it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Where did my SEC predictions go? No way. Did I delete it? Please tell me.
No,
You probably did.
I got it. I got it, Ryan. It's coming. in.
Okay. Your freaking internet, dude.
Oh, they're there.
Is it showing up?
I'm not seeing anything.
I got it. Since Connor.
Okay, it's,
There we go. All right.
Hey, it's not even actually. It's not even like. Yeah, it's bad. I'm sorry. But if you want to show it instead, Ryan.
Yeah, I got it. It's pulled up. All right. So start off with Western Kentucky. That's a W. USF's W. At Wisconsin is going to be a tough game. It's going to be closer than people think, but that's a W. Georgia, that's their first loss of
And
the
an early
year.
Probably their first loss of the year right there.
At Vandy, that's I wish that would be a loss, but that's going to be
That's
a
a lot.
W.
That's a loss right there. That's definitely a loss. Really tough to play at. They have to watch out for falling screens.
Yeah. But I mean, Alabama's schedule is not too terribly tough. Their next up, they got at Tennessee,
South Carolina.
Missouri, at LSU. Okay, never mind. It actually did. It's pretty tough in this 5-game stretch where they get to play Mercer, which is always fun.
All right, so let's say some predictions. What we got for you guys?
So
Okay.
I could
Ryan,
honestly
what do
see
you think?
I could honestly see Alabama going 8-4, but I think Kalen DeVore as a head coach is. I don't get where a lot of people in the media and college football think that Alabama's going to fall off a cliff. They're going to take a step back this first year, but they're not going to fall off a cliff. So I think 10-2 for Bama, with their 2 losses being at LSU, and I think they lose against Georgia.
Okay. I put them in the top 1 through 4. We'll put them there for now. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, how this goes with Kalen DeBoer, being the head coach. Bama fans, if they go like 9-3, 8-4, they will be calling for Kalen DeBoer's head immediately, and this is going to be still going to be a year or 2 long, 3-year long,
Which they
process
shouldn't.
to fully get.
If you're an Alabama fan and you think that Kalen DeVore should go out there and be Nick Saban and go win 11 games, go 12.
Oh no, there's of course going to be delusional fans who think that they're going to be right back in it. You know what I mean? And if the instant they lose that first game, like if they lose that game to Wisconsin in Wisconsin, right? there's gonna be people calling for him to be fired. You know,
But
what
I
mean?
will
Like,
say,
that's just how it goes.
Connor, it's like Patriots fans when Brady left, right? The fans
that they just stay right where they were.
the fans that think that
I get it.
Alabama should go 12-0, 11-1, and win the SEC and win a national championship this year. Those Bama fans are people that weren't born or decided to be Bama fans when Nick Saban took over. So, because I don't remember how bad Alabama was.
That makes sense, but at the same time, I'm also thinking like this roster is definitely built to win.
Yeah.
These guys, I mean, it's still a good Bama team, no doubt. I think Jalen Milroe should be one of the Heisman guys coming into the season. I guess they're not Bama of old, but we saw Alabama last year with everybody thought they were just going to lose 12 games after they lost to Texas, and then they go to the CFP.
But, Lucas, to be fair, that wasn't more about the team being talented. It was more about that was probably the best coaching job that Nick Saban's ever done. I don't think that Alabama team last year was very good.
In a last-second prayer against Auburn, but yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think they go as far as Milroe takes them this year, for sure.
I have them going 9-3. I actually have them outside of the top 5 or the top 4. I have them outside of the top 4. I have them at 5 on my list at 9-3.
Yeah, so I have them in the top 4. I have them in the top 4. So Connor, you have them in top 4, so I guess we'll keep them in that top 4. That's 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it could change.
All right.
It can still
Auburn.
change. Okay, Ron, pull up Auburn. Yes, Auburn.
Jesus Christ. All right. So Auburn's schedule. Jesus, I hate this. All right. They got Alabama, A&M.
Yeah, the website.
That's a win.
California. That could be a
toss-up, but it's in Auburn. I'm giving them a win.
Yeah, that game was a great game last year. New Mexico, they should win that game, but they got blown out at home last year by New Mexico State.
That was New Mexico State, though. New Mexico's much worse.
Yeah. Arkansas, I think that'll be a battle of a game, but that should be a win. Oklahoma, that's probably a loss. At Georgia, that's a loss. At Missouri, loss. At Kentucky, loss.
As well.
They get Vanderbilt, that's a win.
Maybe.
ULM, that's a win.
That is a ridiculous. Wait, go back up. Go back up a little bit, because that is a ridiculous stretch. So they have is that 4? They have 3 straight road games. Oklahoma, Georgia, Missouri, and Kentucky. That is with a bye, but still, that is nuts.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
And then lost in their last 2.
They're losing their last 2 against A&M and Alabama. So what is that?
What do you have, Ryan?
Win, toss up. So 5-7 or 6-6 for Auburn this year.
So keep it. So was
I'm at 5-7. I have them at 5-7.
Yeah,
and I have them at the number 12 spot on my list.
Yeah, I have them. We'll pull up to here the chart. Hey, I'd have to have them in that 9 or 12 range too. I think Auburn is moving in the right direction under Hugh Freeze. I just don't think that they have the quarterback nor the talent yet to do it.
It's still funny how we were able to interview him when he was out of the city. That's still so funny how that happened. But yeah, Auburn's not gonna be good, or not. They could be okay, I guess, but it's gonna take a while. Georgia.
I'm pulling it up here.
Well, I'm gonna assume they're gonna be here. I think they'll be above Bama at the very least.
So they're going to be a 1-4 team. So you can already put them in that boat there.
Yeah, it's really just determining exactly where. So they get a home game pretty much versus Clemson to start the season.
That's a win. Tennessee
Texas
Tech.
Tech at Kentucky. Tennessee Tech, excuse me.
Those are all wins. The first 3 games are wins. At Alabama, win. Auburn.
Ooh, that's.
I'm just gonna straight up I'll say it already. Like I have them going 12-0.
I don't know. No, I don't know if I have them going 12-0.
Mississippi.
I have
Georgia.
Texas.
I have
They have a
Georgia
better
going
chance
11-1.
At
They have
Ole
a better
Miss,
team here than they did last year.
Tennessee. And then Georgia Tech. I would take them over Bama, but Texas I think could possibly beat them.
I don't think.
I know.
Texas, no.
I know they still have Carson. They have Carson Beck starting. They have Trevor Etienne's
No.
Travis Etienne's younger brother starting or on their team. Is it Travis Etienne?
No, it's Trevor Etienne.
It's Trevor. Trevor's the kid.
No, sorry. Travis was Trevor is the new one, right? Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have Georgia going 11-1. I think that they lose that game on the road. Either what was it, Texas or no, at Ole Miss. I think they lose that Ole Miss game on the road. I think that's the one game they lose. Other than that, I think they go 11-1. They could go undefeated. I think they're clearly the best team in college football entering this season. And we know how Kirby is one of the best coaches in the country at getting his guys motivated. The fact that they didn't get to play in the CFP last year, and there are still a lot of people out there that think that Georgia was the best team in the country last year, including myself, and they didn't get a chance to prove that. I think they're going to come out there and want to beat the fuck out of everybody they play this year. So,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but yeah, I think they'll be right back there, and I think obviously Kirby's smart. He's probably one of the coaches in the country who's can suffer multiple losses and still be totally fine for the next few years. But okay, Josh, we don't have for Kentucky, so they automatically go to last. Last.
all right.
No, I have no idea.
All right.
Kentucky.
I got their schedule pulled up.
Josh is not here to defend them, so they suck automatically.
Southern Miss.
Southern
Miss.
Miss
Loss. No.
I beat the shit.
Connor. Southern Miss is a loss.
Southern Miss.
No, that's what I'm saying. Southern Miss, it's a win for Southern Miss. That's what I was saying because I beat the shit out of Kentucky first game.
Okay, Connor, I had to put you on mute for a minute. I don't know if it's laggy or whatnot, but like the talking over is like bugging me. All right. Southern Miss. I'm sorry, Josh, but that's a loss. South Carolina. That's a loss. Okay. Georgia. That's a definite loss. Ohio. Loss. Okay. At Ole Miss. That's a loss. Vanderbilt. We saw Kentucky struggle with Vanderbilt in the past. That's a win. At Florida, that's a loss. I mean, geez, it doesn't get too much better for Kentucky going on. You get Auburn, loss. Tennessee, loss. Murray State. Don't sleep on them racers now.
All right, what do you actually have? This is funny, but let's come on. We have so many fucking teams to get.
All right. So I have them probably going like 6-6 this year. I think Georgia is a clear loss. South Carolina is a toss-up. At Ole Miss is a loss.
Ole Miss.
That Florida game, that's a toss-up. At Tennessee is a loss. That Auburn game is going to be tougher than what they think. At Texas is a loss. They'll beat Louisville. So 7-5, 6-6 for Kentucky.
Who's their quarterback again?
Brock Vandagriff.
He was like the 4-star. He was the 4-star guy from.
Yeah, I think that this Josh is gonna be pissed because obviously Kentucky's not gonna be taking a step back from their 2 or 3. Thanks, man. Go VT.
Appreciate it, by the way. Up here is our resident VT fan.
Yeah.
They play a much harder schedule than they did the year previous.
Yeah, I know because Kentucky had the couple of years where they won 10 games in a row or won 10 games and stuff. Now
Yeah, because they had the best
those
quarterback in
years.
the NFL.
The only guaranteed win I see on the schedule is Louisville.
Hey, because there's a lot of guaranteed
Because
wins
that's
on
just
that.
that's who they beat. Okay, so seriously, would you say 9-12?
I have them at 7-5. I actually have them as the number 8 team in the conference.
Okay,
So like the bottom.
I mean, I think they're solidly squarely in the middle. It's either them or Auburn is smack dab in the middle. More, well, maybe Auburn's gonna be first, but
all right, let's get to
yeah.
Mississippi State. Good old
Oh,
Starkville.
Fighting Mike Leaches. That's what they should call themselves now. It's just the Mike Leaches.
What?
I would root for them. I would root for them if they did.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I guess we can just get like Domino's or something down the road.
All right. I got Mississippi State schedules pulled up. They get Eastern Kentucky
Fine.
to win at Arizona State. That's a win. Toledo, that's going to be a tougher game than what it should be because Toledo's actually a decent Group of 5 team. Win.
Just come home. Spend money.
Honestly, Mississippi State could go into that Texas game undefeated.
Okay, then do that.
Oh my god. It's crazy.
Is Lucas on the phone?
Then just come home. For
No.
fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Ah, Jesus. Unprofessionalism at its finest, folks. We don't do it.
That's
any
a
better.
rough middle schedule there though. Texas, bye week at Georgia, and then Texas A&M at home. But given what usually happens with Texas A&M, they'll probably have like 2 wins at that point and be
I think
very
Mississippi
much
State
not a good team.
with this schedule, Mississippi State goes 5-7 or 6-6, in my opinion. So that would put them in that same Auburn tier. So that's where I would have them. I don't know about you guys. Go ahead, Lucas.
I have them going 4-8, finishing 13th.
Who do you have them losing to?
I have them losing to potentially Arizona State,
Really?
potentially Florida, Texas, Georgia, Texas A&M. Keep going down. Tennessee, Missouri, Ole Miss. It's got to be 8, right?
See, I think they can beat UMass, Arkansas,
UMass.
Toledo, Arizona State, Eastern Kentucky, and maybe Florida.
I think they could potentially lose to Toledo as well.
Mississippi State ain't that bad. They got
They're-
Blake Shapen as their quarterback.
They're pretty bad.
All right, Connor, how do you think this plays out for Mississippi State?
I mean, yeah, I would lean more towards them finishing 5-7 ish. I think they're closer to that 9-12 range, right?
Yeah,
So,
I put them in the 9-12.
which is worse? Who's going to be worse though? Auburn?
Probably Arkansas,
I think Auburn has-
Vandy.
I think
I think
Mississippi State's worse than Auburn.
Oh yeah, I put Auburn ahead of Mississippi State.
okay.
Oklahoma.
Well, how about this? How about we should just do Vandy and just put them down at the bottom because we know they're
Vandy's maybe put Vandy at the bottom. We don't need to talk about Vandy.
Yeah, 2-10 is what I have there.
2-10.
They're going to lose right out of the gate to VT.
The disrespect to Vandy.
I hope.
Jesus Christ. I'm pulling up Oklahoma's schedule here.
Yeah, what's Oklahoma's schedule? We need Oklahoma's schedule.
All right, their schedule is pretty light, to be honest. Outside of SEC play, besides Tulane, they get
Hey,
Temple.
they lost to Houston a few years ago in that crazy opening game of the season. So you never know. But that is at home.
What
And
do
that
we
was
got?
Oklahoma.
But seriously, Texas, smart that they kept keeping it in the combo, of course. Southern Miss at Ole Miss. Then they randomly have Maine there. Okay,
I didn't know
so
Maine
they're having
had
their
a college
cupcake
football
early.
team.
So they're having their cupcake a few weeks early compared to the rest of the SEC. Then at Missouri. Wait, is that Alabama? And then wow, okay, that's a pretty tough schedule, honestly.
Didn't you fucking pick it up? You fucking, oh my. 6-6.
Are you
Number 9.
Really?
Are you playing the game? This?
Yes, really. Who the fuck do they have? Nobody. And fuck his nut is a terrible head coach.
6-6. So I mean, what you have them beating Temple, Houston, Tulane, South Carolina, Maine.
I have them
maybe
to
Tennessee
Tulane,
since
by the
that's
way.
at home. But like
They're not going to beat Tulane. Tulane's a much better team.
Really? They lost their entire offense.
They brought in so
Tulane
many
definitely
transfers.
rolled over.
Have you paid any attention to Tulane?
I haven't paid much attention to Tulane. I just know they lost their number 1 quarterback and number 1 receiver.
And they have Ty Thompson now, who is better than whoever they had last year. Fucking.
I know, but Oklahoma's just
Are they
it's a
better or
different
worse?
caliber
Are
of
they
athlete.
better or worse than Kentucky? Are they
I
better or
have
worse
them
than
at
Kentucky?
number 9, which is just worse than Kentucky.
Yeah, I have them 6-6 or 7-5 for me.
I told you they were 6-6 too. Why'd you say?
Well, because I wasn't going through the fucking roster for a minute, or not roster. I was going through the schedule, and I was like, I didn't realize their schedule was that tough.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma and Texas joined the SEC, and they're like, "Huh, you thought the Big 12 was tough."
I mean, I think Texas.
SEC's like, we're gonna show you.
South
Okay.
Carolina, Beamer Ball.
South Carolina. I've had to be in South Carolina a few times, flying out of Merle.
South Kakalaki.
South Carolina.
What do you watch? What do you watch? Matt Be Great. What's that?
My daughter is being way too quiet right now.
All right, we got the schedule pulled up.
What?
Old Dominion.
I'm being quiet.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Oh shit, Connor. They got to play Old Dominion.
They get Old Dominion at home, unfortunately. Old
I
Dominion
know,
only
but-
has power at home when they're at home. When they're at home.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Okay, at Kentucky, LSU, then Akron Zips. Man, they go right into that schedule. That's
They
a
get
tough
SEC
start to
play
this.
like week 2. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Florida State plays Georgia Tech week 1
Yeah.
or week 0 in
Oh
Dublin.
God, the
places,
schedule is brutal. Look at this. You get
Wait, is that
at Kentucky, LSU, you get Akron a bye week, Ole Miss at Alabama, at Oklahoma, Texas A&M, at Vandy, Missouri, Wofford, and then you got to go on the road at Clemson. Bet they might have.
Shane Beamer's going to get fired this year. Is my
Oh
hot take
yeah,
prediction.
yeah.
It's not even really a hot take, but I think he's going to get fired if they
So-
don't make a bowl game at the very least. He's probably gone.
There's
unfortunately, 'cause they
there's
didn't-
5 losses right here, like in this stretch.
Yeah.
And then you get this
Yeah.
is a loss.
what,
Missouri's a
3-9,
loss.
4-8 at
They
best.
could go 4-8 or 5-7 at the very best.
I have them going 6-6.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I could
Okay.
see him pulling. I could see him pulling one out of their ass. I don't know. They've
I
done
mean,
that before.
True. We didn't. True. We 2 years ago we didn't think that they were going to do what they did to Tennessee, and then they beat Clemson back-to-back weeks to turn their season around because they were looking at a 6-6 season. They finished like what 8-4 after those 2 games.
Well, we could see a
So, I
scenario
can
where
see
South
it.
Carolina's only SEC win or Power 5 win is against Vandy.
I could see him beating Kentucky. Akron, Old Dominion, so that's 2, potentially 3. Scroll down again. Vanderbilt, of course. Wofford, of course. So that's 5. And then maybe they just can somehow upset Clemson again.
Maybe.
pull it out. I don't know. They've done it before. It's a rivalry game, or they can beat Texas A&M. I mean, Texas A&M's a really good team, but maybe that's one that they drop or something. I don't know. I got them at 6-6. I think they pull one out. I'm at rank number 10.
Okay, so I would have South Carolina, in my opinion, in the bottom tier of the SEC, like next to Vandy. I just really don't like. I really don't like South Carolina this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being generous, but I think honestly with that schedule, I could see them being down here like in the 13 to 16 range. That schedule is just brutal. I think they're going to finish like best case 5-7, and I don't think that's going to save Shane Beamer's job. He has to make a bowl game at the very least, I think. Now, of course, they can back their way in if there's not enough bowl eligible teams, but we'll have to see.
Oh, if he doesn't go, if he doesn't win 6 games this year, Shane Beamer's fired. Like that's just how that's going to go.
Yeah. Probably.
Okay, A&M.
Okay.
So we know who A&M plays week 1.
That's going to be a win for A&M.
Oh, shut up.
Well, it is at Texas A&M, right?
Yeah, where they're 21-20 against top 25 opponents.
We've seen
That
in the
doesn't
past.
matter.
We've
This
seen
is
not good.
2024, not fucking.
We've seen not good A&M teams beat really good teams like Alabama. And
Yeah,
stuff
but we're not Alabama.
Right.
We're not Alabama. We're not LSU.
Definitely are not Alabama.
That's
for
college
sure.
version of the Cowboys who are delusional into thinking that their year every year.
I actually have them beating you guys.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding. I have that as your only loss.
Oh my
I have it as your
God.
only loss. And the reason being is that you're going to come into that game. You guys are going to think you're good and tough. And Coach Freeman's going to have all this hype and everything. And then he's going to fold under pressure. So lose in a late.
They're gonna Texas A&M.
I have Texas
Go ahead,
A&M.
Lucas.
I have Texas A&M starting 5-0
Oh God.
and losing the rest of their games.
So they just start.
Wait, so Missouri at Mississippi State, LSU at South Carolina. You have them losing to New Mexico State just out of spite.
Mexico State's nice, man. I'm telling you.
They don't have
At
Diego
Auburn,
Pavia anymore, Lucas. Diego
Doesn't
Pavia.
matter, dude.
What I'm just glad is we do get the return of Texas A&M versus Texas.
Dude, I'm
again.
telling you right now. If
No,
what
honestly,
Lucas
I think they could lose to Arkansas.
If what Lucas says happens and this team goes 5-7, and we lose
But
to
one
that
of their
fucking
wins was
team,
beating a top. number
Marcus
5
Freeman,
ranked
your ass
Notre
is out the door. There is no
Doesn't
reason
matter.
you should lose to a 5-7 team.
Well, he's done it before,
Hey,
but
hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
hey.
it wouldn't.
No, he
matter.
hasn't.
I'm pretty sure
Myers
Stanford was worse than that. I'm pretty sure they win 3 games. They win 3
Urban Meyer lost to a 6-win ET team that famously scored 0 points in a regular in the
That beat
regulation
Ohio
time.
State.
versus-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
have them
saying
going
chance.
5-7. I have them finishing as the number 11 team. I do think they're going to be one of those teams like like Nebraska was a couple years ago, where they lose all their games by like 7 or less points. It's going to be one of those.
The Nebraska team that lost 9 games but had a positive point differential because they blew out blew out the opponents in their first 3 games.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Okay.
that that's going to be what Texas A&M is this year.
So
So I'm
I
at
have-
11.
I have Texas A&M at 6-6, so they're in that 9-12 range for me.
I have
They
them
lose Notre Dame.
ahead
Are
of Mississippi State, though, at least.
So kind of like there.
Yeah, that's fine. Tejas.
Okay.
Cash.
Tejas.
All right, so they
El
start off
Tefe.
with good old Colorado State.
Then we get at Michigan. I completely forgot we get this game. That's a
Do you
fantastic.
think
Big noon
Sherrone
kickoff.
Moore will wear his hat during the press conference?
You know what's great
Colorado
is
State?
since
Or not
we
Sherrone,
can watch this
okay.
game at the bar.
Sark.
We just have to be at a bar at like 10 o'clock in the morning to be able to watch this game when we're in Oregon.
Yeah. What'd you say, Lucas?
Do you think Sark will wear his hat during the press conference against Colorado State?
Oh, for sure. For sure. He's gotta wear a hat.
He'll wear 2 hats. Cowboy.
No, he's got to wear a hat and sunglasses.
Keep it straightforward. I'm ranked number 3. I have him going 10-2 this season.
Yeah, 10-2 for me. I think they lose to Georgia, but I really don't see another loss, to be honest. Maybe Oklahoma because it's a rivalry game. Maybe at A&M, rivalry game at Kyle Field at night. Maybe, but 11-1 or 10-2 for me. So I think that definitely puts them easily in the top 4 tier of the SEC.
I agree. I think they're better than Bama. I do think,
Yep.
that Michigan game. Maybe did they play Georgia? Do they not?
Yeah, they
I
play
can't- I couldn't
Georgia.
see this.
Their toughest games are literally their schedule is not too tough. Their toughest games are literally Georgia and Michigan
Is Georgia at
Yeah.
home or at Georgia?
at home.
It's at home.
Oh, it's at home. Okay, yeah. Then I'll take Texas winning that. But
Balls.
really, Texas is back. I still need to kind of
Oh,
wait, so
God.
I'll still have Georgia.
Balls.
That's terrible.
How's
All
your
right.
daughter going to do in football this season, Lucas? Huh? What's her record going to be?
Rocky Top. I have 9-3. Ranked number 6 in the conference.
I gotta pull up their schedule. Hold on. All right. So they get. Oh my God!
They get. Don't
Respect
sleep
the
on
mock.
Chattanooga.
Respect the mocks. Don't sleep on the mocks.
Yeah. The
I-
old Blake Harris mantra.
Yeah, hey, I just hope
Don't
that
sleep on the
Chattanooga.
Mocs.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna watch this game. If at any point during this game Chattanooga has a lead, Chattanooga's back.
Do you remember? No. Do you remember the video that Blake posted?
Yes.
Blake posted of them playing Alabama, and they kick a field goal on their first drive, and Chattanooga's up 3-0, and they're watching like SEC Network Plus or something that they had to
Yeah.
pay like money to ESPN to watch the game, and they go nuts. Oh my God, it was fantastic.
Oh,
But yeah,
one of the greatest
um,
moments in college football YouTube history. But yeah, Chattanooga, it's a win. NC State, that NC State team is going to be really good. Tennessee should get the win, but don't sleep on NC State. Kent State, that's W. At Oklahoma's a W. At Arkansas, a W. Florida's a win. Alabama's a loss. Or actually, no, Alabama, they beat Alabama because it's at home. Kentucky win, Mississippi State win, Georgia loss, UTEP win, Vanderbilt win. I think Tennessee, they go 10-2 this year.
As long as as long as you don't make the same prediction of them going undefeated like you did last year.
Yeah, and Joe Milton, I was buying into the Joe Milton hype, and me and Lucas learned real quick not to.
The thing is, I think
You
Nico's
drank the
actually
Kool-Aid.
knows, so.
Well, Nico's better, but they also lost pretty much everybody from that 2022 team.
Yeah.
So, are they a top 4 team or are they number 5?
I think they're number 5. I don't think they're a top 4 team. I think they're just they're in that next group. But
I'm at number 6.
Yeah, I got them in that same.
Okay. Arkansas. Where does
Arkansas.
Arkansas go?
They're going to be one of the bottom of the barrels. They get to play the UAPB, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Golden Lions.
The Golden Lions. Nice.
Yeah, they get to play a team builder team week 1.
Hell yeah.
At Oklahoma State, that's a loss. UAB, a game they should win. I think UAB is a sneaky good team this year. They'll win that one, though. At Auburn's a loss. A&M loss. Tennessee loss. LSU loss. At Mississippi State, toss up. Ole Miss loss. Texas loss. Louisiana Tech win. At Missouri. So I think 3-9 or 4-8.
I'm at
Arkansas
3-9, number 15 in the conference.
Yeah, they're going to be down bad this year. By the way, you guys remember last year when Mississippi State fans were trying to tell us that they were going to go 10-2 last year?
Yep. When we predicted their record.
I have no qualms with putting that. We need to now bask in the insanity that is Florida's schedule. I saw someone on Reddit post the hardest 3-game stretches for Florida's schedule, and they had 12 different 3-game stretches, and they ranked them in like terms of difficulty. So
they get Miami. God. That Miami game, I think, is a toss up because I think Miami's heavily overrated. I know Lucas is buying into the Lucas is sipping on the Miami Hurricanes Kool-Aid, which he needs to put the shit down because it's not good for your health.
We've already established that some people look at rosters and some people don't. So
rosters don't win championships and rosters don't win games.
Rosters are exactly what win championships. Are you high? That is exactly how you win a championship.
Has Miami not had a good roster?
Win is just because it's at home. And
no. Connor, Miami has had great talent on this roster ever since Mario's been there. They haven't done shit with it. So why am I supposed to?
No, this year? Ryan, you weren't listening. I said Florida could win.
Yeah, Florida's gonna win
because it's at home. Now, honestly, I think at least Miami is going to be a little bit better, but I'm not buying them as.
I think 8-4. 8-4.
You know that Oregon had really good talent when Mario Cristobal took over that school.
Yeah.
And you know that they have the same record in the bowl, actually worse record in his second year than Miami had last year. What did he do?
6-7 last year.
What did he do with that roster in his third season?
The Pac-12 was different than the ACC, and Miami's different.
It was much harder. He went 12-2 and won a Rose Bowl.
Okay, but the year before, he also didn't get his shit kicked in the bowl game by Rutgers.
And no, he got his shit kicked in by Boise State. But on top of that, Miami has had better recruiting up to this point than Mario had up to the point in his third. So, like, if history repeats itself, which it tends to do in college football, Miami's going to be good this year.
No, dude, I just don't buy it. What's up? What's going on, Rack, our resident SC fan? But yeah, going back to this game, I think it's a toss-up. I think, Lucas, I don't know how you feel. I think that Florida-Miami game will set the tone for each team's season.
I think Miami beats the living fuck out of them, and I think Florida finishes 4-8.
Okay.
I think honestly,
go ahead,
the only games I think they're going to win are – wait, Ryan, keep their schedule up again?
It's right here. Right here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so Stanford, maybe Mississippi State. UCF, honestly, I think could give them a scare. Go down.
UCF will beat Florida.
Yeah, at Tennessee, Kentucky – versus Georgia, at Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, at Florida State.
God.
I think they go on. What is that? A seven-game losing streak? I think three wins max.
Oh, dude, if that happens,
I think they're going to be worse. I think they're actually 15. I think they're worse.
they
They're
could
gonna be worse than
honestly-
Arkansas.
Connor, they could honestly go 1-11.
I have Florida at 4-8. I think DJ Lagway
The
is
only
going to
win
be
being
just good
Stanford?
enough to get them some wins.
The only win being Samford.
Dude, they could. That's the worst case scenario. But
Florida-
they easily could go 1-11.
Yeah. Florida has 9 ranked teams on their schedule.
Okay, but realistically, I think they go 4-8. I think they beat Miami week 1 because it's at home. I think they beat Sanford. I think they beat Mississippi State, and I think they beat.
I think okay.
They
I
might
think-
be able to beat
I
Kentucky.
still think they're not going to be much better. I still think they're like a bottom tier team. I think.
Oh yeah, they're
like
4-8
13th or
team. So
14th.
you put them at the bottom. You put them at the very bottom.
I mean, I have them at what is this 14th at 16.
Yeah.
So, okay,
All right, let's get to Mizzou.
Missouri,
The Miz.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up in a little bit,
Oh my God,
and then Ryan, once we're done here. Oh, what's going on?
it's tripping. All right,
Oh, the failure.
they get Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt. That is the easiest start to a schedule we've seen all this entire conference.
Yeah,
They're
and then they
starting
get,
4-0.
and then they look at that. They get
They get UMass.
at Texas A&M, and then they get UMass. and then, oh my God, they could finish. They could start like 7-0, possibly.
Wait, they could. Yeah,
And
they
then
could start
Al-
7-0
and then
and then Alabama.
Oklahoma,
South Carolina, Mississippi.
at Mississippi. Oh my God, their schedule is easy as.
I have them going 11-1,
Like-
and this is why. So
I mean, yeah, like maybe 10-2 max if they lose Auburn to Alabama and Oklahoma for some reason. But
Yeah.
Oklahoma's at home.
But all
Oklahoma
these
is at home,
games, all these
so-
games, Connor, they're going to be favored in every single one except Bama.
Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, yeah, I just
Depending on how
I
Texas A&M
think-
starts their season, though, I think they could not be favored.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that's also it depends on like what Texas A&M is 5 weeks in. If they're ranked
That's what I'm saying.
and they beat Notre Dame, like you said, Lucas, maybe not. But if
That's
Texas
fair.
A&M has like 1 or 2 losses by this point, there's no reason Missouri.
then they'll be favored.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Missouri. How do you?
I put them at 5.
I put them top.
Honestly,
They put them top
With how
of the
easy
conference.
I'm
Ahead of
putting them-
Alabama.
I'm putting them at number 4.
I have
Ahead of Alabama. Okay.
Well, wait, no, hold on. Who do we have Alabama's losses being? Right, it was Georgia. And then who was the other one?
Texas.
Do they play Texas? Let me pull it up really quick. So I think it was Georgia. Oh, Georgia and Tennessee. And they could potentially lose to
Alabama?
LSU. So if that happens, then Alabama would have two or three conference losses based on what we have. And that would put Missouri would be ahead of them. So yeah, put Missouri ahead. Go ahead, Lucas.
We are going to piss off so many Bama fans when this is posted. We're so pissed that Missouri that we had a glorious game.
Go
I
ahead,
have them going 10-2, number 4. team.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're kind of all in the same boat. They're a top 4 team regardless.
Okay. Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
What is their schedule? We need to stay on.
So that second tier. I can find their. This gets Furman, Middle Tennessee State, Wake Forest, Georgia Southern. They're going to start off 4-0. They get Kentucky, that's a win. South Carolina's a win. At LSU, that's a toss-up. Oklahoma, Florida, win. Mississippi State, win. Connor.
Schedule? Because I don't think it was me see. Middle Tennessee. This is Ole Miss. Honestly, I think their LSU game, what is that? 6 wins, 6-0.
Yeah.
LSU maybe a loss. Go down. And then what's on the other side? Arkansas, Georgia.
10. I said 10-2.
Yeah, 10-2. Only loss I think we only
Georgia now.
if they go 11-1, I think back with Lane Kiffin, I think they're a strong camp.
Yeah. So you put them in that.
Yeah, I think they're the best. Well, Ryan's favorite person in the whole wide world.
Fucking Bayou Brian was in my space for 10 minutes.
Ryan. Did he say anything?
No.
Yeah.
No, he was just no.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That is kinda cool.
So they get US.
So okay, US cool. Week 1 season starter.
Nichols.
South
Yep.
Carolina.
Heading into Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Lost to, or they could win
At Arkansas, at Texas A&M. Texas A&M at home, so at least that helps them. Wow, their schedule's not that hard either. It's a little bit harder, but it's not. Okay, so that's a 10. I think, yeah, I think I would put. I do agree. I think I would put, if you want to switch over. So I would put them there. I put them at 6. I think their schedule's a little bit harder than Ole Miss's. That's why Ole Miss is there. I think Tennessee's schedule is a little bit harder, so that's why we have them there. Yeah, it's weird. It's like these. So weird. Like these teams 1 through 7, we can all see winning like 9 to 10, like easily winning 10 games, and then from Kentucky down, it's like we don't see. It's like something there's a massive split where it's like Kentucky.
the rest of the conference.
7
just
wins max. There's no teams that we have winning 8 or 9 wins, or winning 8 or 9 games. Like there's no kind of above average, decently above average, where these teams are so good, and they we have that's 3-4 wins right there if they're playing those teams.
Right. So I personally would have Arkansas. Connor. I would have a tiny nitpick. But Arkansas has Florida.
Arkansas. The only reason Florida, honestly, you can make the argument Florida maybe is below Vandy.
We looked. We need to actually just let me look up Vandy's schedule.
Never actually did look at Vandy. We just put them automatically there, but we lost Lucas.
Yeah. SEC. Damn it. Vanderbilt. All right. Oh God. So they get Virginia Tech week 1. It's a loss. Alcorn State's a win. They could honestly lose to Georgia State. That Georgia State team is pretty decent. I'll give them a win though, so that's 2.
At Kentucky.
Loss. Ball State. the best team in the state of Indiana.
Ball State. I love how Ball State's just randomly in the middle there. Texas,
So
Auburn,
to win. South Carolina.
South Carolina.
So 3-9.
LA.
3-9 for Vandy.
Yeah.
So that's
honestly, I think
that's actually might be better than Florida.
That's We're gonna put Florida.
No, we are
Florida
gonna piss people off so bad. Oh, dude. No, Connor, we can't do that. Connor, we can't do that.
Yeah, do it.
Can't do that.
Do it.
No. Because y'all, I'll say this: Vandy might have more guaranteed wins. I'm sure we'll still get people pissed off at us in the comments, but I like that. I think maybe the top, like the 9 through 12, I maybe move Texas A&M in front of Auburn. I think they're a slightly better team.
Okay.
Other than that, I think it looks good.
So yeah, Georgia.
Move Missouri
is
and
going to be
Texas.
better than
Missouri and Texas, because I think Missouri's going to have. No, but Missouri's going to have a better.
Oh,
record.
right. We're doing it by
Not easy to
record.
schedule it.
Right. That's what everyone. That's what pisses everybody off is they think that's how what you're ranking. No, this is how we think they'll just be in the standings.
Yeah, they think that their schedule is just easy.
Based on the schedule.
That's why I try to explain to people when they get pissed off at our rankings and stuff. I'm like, it's a projection. Like, it's not rankings right now. It's a projection. Yeah, other than that, I think it looks really good.
Okay, so what is it? It's like, okay, well, I'll do that once we're done here, but cool. Lucas had to leave, so hopefully we'll finally have some more people than just the two of us or the three of us.
Yeah, I don't know where Josh went, but
life's busy for all of us.
Josh just disappeared.
That's just how it be.
Yeah.
So, well,
all right, Connor, take us out.
For Ryan, I am Connor. This has been the Make Show podcast. We will be back 2 weeks